Hi, this is Mark Wade at Berkshire Hathaway Fox & Roach Realtors, and in this podcast I'd like to talk about 1820 Rittenhouse Square, a really groovy, kind of almost boutique styled condo. And I say boutique only because the fact that there are a limited number of condos in the building. There are a total of 31 condos here. Sits on the south side of Rittenhouse Square. It's interesting because there are 2 units per floor, and there's an east side and a west side. So everybody has a view of the square, which is very nice. Most of the units are over 3,000 square feet, and there's some uniformity in that number. There are a couple oddball units, but generally speaking, almost every unit in the building is just over 3,200 square feet with a view of the square. There's parking underneath the building, so everybody has parking. The only time that the building, instead of an east or west layout, is when you get it to the penthouses. Then there's a front unit, which is a 2-story, and then a back unit. That front story penthouse is one I've never been in, but I would just die to go into that unit. It's really kind of neat. If you stand out on the square and look up, you can see. Very unique. Okay, so it's a pet-friendly building. High walk score. Of course, an elevator building. Every unit has a washer and dryer. The unit sizes ranges, but there's one unit at 2,018 square feet, and there's one unit at 5,641 square feet. Everything else falls in the middle. What else can I tell you? 31 units altogether. You know, it's a first-rate building. It's a destination building, and people who are. What's interesting is the interiors are set up so that you can either take them very modern or you can take them very traditional. It's kind of a nondescript unit. And once you gut it, it can be very nondescript, and you can set it put it in any direction style-wise you want. Of all the buildings on Rittenhouse Square, this is probably the building that has the least amount of opportunities to buy into. The supply in the building is exceedingly limited. People have a tendency, if you go into public records, and if you're crazy like I am and you do nothing but go and search public records, I think you'll find that a lot of the people, it's not a transient building. People, once they move in, they can be here for a while because nobody really outgrows a 3,200 square foot unit. You know what I mean? And the location is so prime. The services are good, and the building is so well managed. It's just really, if you can afford it and you can find a unit in this building, you'd want to jump fairly quickly, because if we look at the DOM, the days on market clock for units in this building, absolutely minimal. So demand usually outweighs supply because there are not a lot of units in the building. Everybody's got a view of the square, really good light, floor-to-ceiling windows throughout your living room, and a nice building. If I hit the lottery, believe me, I'm moving to 1820. So there you go. This is Mark Wade, CenterCityCondos.com at Berkshire Hathaway Fox & Roach Realtors. Questions, comments, or concerns, pick up the telephone, push the buttons on the front, 215-521-1523. Happy to chat with you about 1820 Rittenhouse Square. Thank you.